Caitlin, where are you? Stop playing around and come home now. I'm going shopping with my friends, so drive me there. If you understand, pick me up in 5 minutes. What? Linda? Come on, hurry up. 4.5 minutes left. Sorry, I'm in LA. Huh? LA? As I told you the other day, I'll be in LA from today to tomorrow, so I can't drive you. Excuse me? You're going sightseeing in LA without doing a favor to me, your husband's mother? No, it's not sightseeing, it's part of my job. You're not working. No, I do write novels for a living. It's just a poem for fun, a hobby anyway. I'm sure the money for this LA trip is coming from Robert's earnings. You're a wife and you're going sightseeing without your husband. How cheeky. No, this time it's a work-related expense paid by the other party. Don't lie obviously when you're not working. A housewife has no work-related expenses. I'm not lying. I'll make sure to tell this to Robert. Yeah, I don't mind. Huh? He knows. That means you told him and he was against it, but you forced to go to LA. No, he said it's okay. Don't lie. You're just making it up as you go along and pretending that he said yes. Oh my, such a no-good wife. I wonder why such a troublesome and useless wife came to our family. Before you got married, you seemed a bit timid. You tricked me, you evil wife. I don't think I've changed compared to the time before I got married. Don't talk back to me. Maybe it's time to get divorced, huh? Divorce? Yes, that's right. You're so bad at being a wife that there's nothing left to do. Tomorrow, when you get back from LA, I'll start retraining you. Retrain? Listen, this is your last chance. I'm going to be very strict with you, so be prepared. Okay. Linda, please give me back my laptop. It has important writing data in it. That's why I took it away from you. Because of this thing, you think yourself as a great novelist. You sit in front of the computer and type all day long, doing meaningless things. I've found out in the past few days that it's the biggest obstacle in the way of your training. I told you that novel is my job. I guess I'll have to start by eliminating that delusion. You know what? I'm confiscating this computer. Please don't do that. I have a deadline coming up and I need to work on it. It is more troublesome that you are a bad wife. Listen and obey me. If you disobey me, I'll destroy this computer and make you divorce. Oh no. Robert, I'm sorry to bother you when you're working. Can I talk to you? Yup, I'm on my break. What's wrong? Your mother took away my laptop. What? I've saved all my writing data up until yesterday in the cloud. I was about to back up the last chapter which I was writing today when she took my laptop. I tried to rewrite it on my subcomputer, but she took that away too. I tried to get them back, but she said she would destroy my computers if I disobeyed. So she has both of your computers? Yeah, I could write on my phone, but it would slow me down, and I don't know if I could meet the deadline. That's not good. Your deadline is the day after tomorrow, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll take care of that, but damn, she keeps bullying you and now she's interfering with your work? She's turning into a monster as the years go by. What a pain in the ass. She does it when you're not around. Sounds like so. I've already caught it all on the cameras. After my dad passed away, you thought of her and agreed to move in, and now she disrespected you? Robert, thank you. Huh? For being on my side. If you hadn't been here, I would have lost my heart long ago. Don't worry, I'll always be on your side. What's the point of being a husband if you don't protect your own wife? Thank you so much. You're welcome. But seriously, maybe it's time to move on. Time for what? Caitlin, you should get out of that house now. What? Do you have money for the train to San Diego? Yeah, it's about $35 one way, so I'll be fine. Okay, I'll arrange a place to stay. Oh, and the computer, I don't think I can get them back. It looks like they're in your mother's room, so it might be a little difficult. Well, I'll ask the editorial office if I can bring one. Hey, Robert. I'll take care of everything else. Well, thanks, but I think she's watching outside my room. If I try to go outside, I'm sure she'll say something and take me back in. I see.
Then I'll call my mom. If I tell her I'm going to talk about something I don't want you to hear, she'll go into her room. You can come out when you're ready.
Okay, I'll hurry up and pack my stuff. Can you give me about 10 minutes?
Okay, call me when you get to the station. I'll pick you up. We'll talk about the future then.
Yeah, okay. Caitlin, I thought you were stuck in your room all afternoon. Where the hell did you go? Answer me. If you disobey me, I'll have you get divorced. I'm already divorced. What? Didn't you hear from Robert? Since you wanted us to divorce so badly, we've discussed and did so. We've already done the paperwork. It was accepted without any problem, so I'm no longer his wife. Oh really? What's the matter with you? You're acting so fast all of a sudden. You're usually a slow learner, but you had guts, didn't you? I still have some things left over there, so I'll go get them when you're not around. I'm sure you don't want to see each other's faces. Well, okay, I'll accept it. It's a bad look to leave ex-wife's personal belongings behind. So thank you very much for everything, even if it was only for a short time. I see that Robert has finally realized that this marriage was a mistake. That's my son. I don't think we'll see each other again, but take care. Yes, goodbye. Robert, I heard that you got divorced.
Mom.
That's my son. I'm glad you understand how your mom feels. That no good novelist-like woman deserves to be divorced by you. I'm making a dinner for you tonight to celebrate your divorce. I'll be waiting for you with roasted beef, your favorite.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm done with work. I'm going home now.
Oh, by the way, I was thinking of introducing you to the right young lady for your next marriage. Come home soon. Robert! Hey, where did you go? When I woke up this morning, all your stuff was gone. Did you go on a trip somewhere? I didn't hear about it.
Mom, I got remarried.
What? Remarried? Oh dear. Oh my God, you did? Well, that's good. You want to enjoy your new married life, right? I know you don't want your mom to be around. If you're remarried with that young lady, I can stand to live alone for a while. Let's move in together around the time you have a child.
Why are you getting so excited all by yourself?
Because that lady suits you. Compared to that ex, it's like chalk and cheese.
Hey, I've never met that girl.
Huh?
It seems that you set up the blind date, but I heard she went to Germany for an overseas assignment 2 days before the date.
Really?
In other words, you're just being smug. Please don't bother everyone.
But I did it for your sake.
When you say it's for my sake, did you bully Caitlin because of my sake?
Huh?
If you thought I didn't know anything, you're too dumb. It's really sad that such a foolish person is my mother, and that even now that I've left, that foolishness hasn't changed at all.
Robert? What's wrong all of a sudden?
Yeah, right. Honestly, it seems no use to keep on complaining about it forever.
Seriously, what's wrong with you? You're not the kind of boy who would use that kind of language towards your mom, are you? Are you angry, perhaps?
Yes, I am angry. Let me get back to the topic. I remarried Caitlin.
Huh? Caitlin? Why her? You divorced her. Why would you remarry that no-good wife again?
Mom, you said she was a parasite. You said that before the divorce, and you said it now, again.
Yes, because she was being supported by you, but she pretended to be a novelist, and yet she stayed in her room and fantasized. She kept doing all that meaningless work over and over again. And the top of it, a trip to LA.
That LA trip, it was a book signing to celebrate the release of her new novel.
What? A book signing? What are you talking about?
Mom, did you forget what I do?
Well, you're an editor at a publishing company.
Yes, I told you when I introduced Caitlin to you. She's one of the authors I work with.
What?
That's why we started dating and got married. I'm sure I told you that, but I guess you didn't listen to me.
Really?
So, Caitlin was not pretending to be a novelist. She's a real novelist. And she's a best-selling author. Oh, and I saw her book on your bookshelf, the entire Dragon God Tale series.
What? She's the author of those books? That's not true. Her name is different.
When you work as a writer, you use a pen name.
Oh no, if that's the case, You should have told me sooner. My son's wife is a best-selling author. That sounds wonderful. I need to tell my friends right away.
It's too late.
What?
Mom, our divorce and remarriage is preparation to break off the relationship with you.
What?
I'm taking Caitlin's surname from now on.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean? You are our child. You have to have the same surname as us. Even your dad has passed away, and he will be sad if you get a different surname.
I won't explain why this happened, but I'll tell you, this is all your fault.
Robert!
And Dad's family took over his grave.
Huh?
It's better to pass it to them instead of you who never visits his grave. Well, goodbye then.
Robert!
Robert has always been fed up with his selfish mother. He felt he had reached his limits when he found out how she was bullying me, and he was thinking about breaking off the relationship completely. And then about Linda. First, she came to my parents' house suddenly, but they happened to be out of town. Next, she barged into Robert's workplace, but he looked down at her with an icy cold blank expression and asked, "Who are you?" This seemed to be a knockout to her. She left in a daze with a look of despair on her face. She is now living alone and lonely in an empty house. She has completely become lonely since her husband's grave was passed to his family, but she deserved it. Robert and I have a new house near my parents' house in suburban San Diego. We hope to continue to get along well with each other and build a happy and joyful family.
Hello, Taylor. Hello, Jane. What's up? You're not playing with your computer today. What do you mean by playing with a computer? What do I mean? You're always talking to your computer and playing with it. Pathetic. I'm embarrassed that I have to introduce you as my son's wife. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not playing, I'm working. I'm working hard to improve my expressiveness. Expressiveness? That's funny. I've never heard of a job where you talk to computers. I'm not talking to a computer. I'm a narrator. I'm recording my narration using a computer. I'm not playing with it. What a weird job. I mean, is that really work? I can't help but think you're just playing around, no matter how I look at it. I swear, it's real work. And it's pretty hard, you know. A little change of my voice could change the story after all. Every time I record, I have to carefully consider my expression. Fine. That aside, where are you, Taylor? I'm just out for some errands. I'm also going to pick up some groceries. What? I thought I'd bring you lunch. I see. Sorry, I'm not home. That's okay. I'll make it again for you later. Thank you. Jane? What's up, Taylor? Did you come to my house just now? Yeah. I brought you lunch, but you said you were going shopping, so I just took your lunch home. It was delicious. What a shame. I appreciate it, but I told you not to come in without permission, didn't I? Oh, why? I'm your mother-in-law. Why can't I? You're the one who gave me the spare key. I gave you the spare key in case of emergency. I came over to your place, but you weren't home. So it's in case of emergency, right? What? Because you don't want to be burglarized or something. What kind of reason is that? Anyway, please don't go in there without permission. And please don't go into my workroom. What are you so mad for? Of course I am. All the data I recorded yesterday has disappeared. You deleted it, didn't you? Whoops! You found out. I was wondering how to talk to the computer like how you always do. And I accidentally clicked the wrong button. My bad. thanks to you, my work schedule is messed up. You're being too harsh. It's because you came into the house without permission and did something unnecessary. Unnecessary? I brought you lunch. I was being nice to you and you talked to me that way. I'm sorry, I was out of line. But really, please don't go in without permission and touch things in the house. I especially don't want you to touch anything related to my work. Why do you talk to me like that? You really are a sassy child. Hey, do you have a minute?
Yeah, if it's through text. What's up?
I was at the hospital yesterday, so I was gone for a bit. And while I was gone, your mother entered my room again without permission.
Again? I told her so many times not to go into your house without permission.
It would have been okay if she just entered the house, but she deleted all the data I have to submit by tomorrow.
Really? I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I should have saved the data properly.
But if she hadn't come into the house without permission, that wouldn't have happened, would it?
Well, yeah, but...
I'm sorry. I'll warn her again. I'm really sorry.
Hey, Taylor.
John has been giving me a lot of trouble because of you.
I see.
Why do you always do unnecessary things?
Unnecessary? That's my line.
Huh?
Because you erased the data. I'll be working all night today.
Really? You're going to stay up all night talking to the computer? Darn!
I said I'm recording data. And I didn't tell you, but I'm going to tell you now.
What?
You entered my house without telling us 3 days ago, right?
What? I don't know if I did.
I was too absorbed in my work to notice. I was checking the recording. I found your voice in the recording.
What? Really? What did I say?
Taylor! Taylor!
What? You heard my voice in there? That's so funny.
Jane, it's not funny. I'm working. Thanks to you, I had to re-record that data too.
Really?
Don't get in the way of my work.
Work? It seems you like talking to computers. Now you can talk to computers more.
Jane, I'm not joking around.
I know. You're supposed to be John's wife, but you don't act like a wife. What are you talking so high and mighty about? Do you think you can get away with anything by saying it's your job?
Well,
you live so close to me and yet you never show up. You never invite me to dinner or to go shopping.
That's because I'm busy with work.
There it is again. That's all you say. Work, work, work. You're going to ignore me, your mother-in-law? Don't be so arrogant.
Well, John said I didn't have to.
John would never say such a thing. I lost my husband 5 years ago and I live alone. He should be worried about me living alone. You're trying to put your own inadequacy on my son. You're the worst wife.
Huh. I'm sorry.
Taylor? Taylor, this is urgent.
Good morning, Jane. What's urgent?
Let's move in together now.
Huh? Living together? What's going on all of a sudden?
You didn't tell me because you didn't want to, did you?
What?
I've been told about the limited life expectancy.
What? Who are you talking about?
You, of course.
Huh? Why do you know about this?
You've been to the hospital, haven't you?
How do you know?
Your neighbor says she saw you going to the hospital.
Sure, I go to the hospital, but
lately my allergies have been so bad. The itchy eyes, the rhinitis, it's been affecting my work. I've been going to the hospital.
You don't have to lie.
Lie?
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't tell you because that's the truth.
You kept it from me because you didn't want to tell me. You felt guilty about being married to John, even though you've been told you didn't have long to live, didn't you?
What on earth do you mean?
Well, I don't know. John is still young. He should divorce you and remarry to someone healthy and well.
No.
You felt sorry for holding John back, didn't you?
I have no idea what you mean.
It doesn't matter to me that you've been told you don't have much time left to live. You should be more devoted to me than that.
What? I don't understand what you mean.
You'll be gone in the near future. You've been incompetent as a wife. You should at least serve your mother-in-law at your last moment, right?
Huh?
Instead of wasting your time talking to a computer, I think it's better to serve me and live your life to the fullest.
Wasting time? I'm doing my job, okay? I'm wasting more time because of you.
Anyway, I don't know how long you'll live. You should devote your remaining time to me. I think that's the least you can do as my son's wife. I'm sure John feels the same way.
Why am I being treated like I'm seriously ill? It's really just allergies.
You don't have to hide it. I know I've been told I don't have long to live. Anyway, you need to move in with me right away and spend your remaining time with me, okay?
Wait a minute. I'll tell my husband everything.
What?
It's not up to me alone to decide if we should live together. Let me think about it for a while.
John would agree.
John, I know you're busy, but it's an emergency. Can I have a word with you?
What's wrong?
She scared me a lot.
What?
I just got a text from your mom. For some reason, she thinks I'm going to die from a medical condition.
What the hell? That's not true, right?
Of course not. I just had an examination the other day. Other than the onset of allergies, I'm extremely healthy.
Then why is she saying that?
Well, I don't really know. The only thing that comes to mind is a recording I redid the other day. There was a story about a woman who was told she didn't have long to live. And there was your mother's voice in the data, so I had to redo it. I think she must have heard me recite it. That's about all I can think of.
That's it. My mother is restless, so it's definitely her. Darn. She's interfering with your work to that extent. Well, that's definitely the reason.
Yeah.
Taylor, what's going on? Did you get sick? Did you go into the hospital? Taylor!
What's wrong, Jane?
What's wrong? Since you didn't answer, I thought I'd force you to come to our house. I came to your apartment. I unlocked the door and went inside, and it was empty, so if you replied, that means you're alive.
Why would you say that? I am alive.
Then where are you? I'm trying to make sure the rest of your life is fulfilling. I told you to move in with me. Mom, it's me. John, what's this all about? Actually, we've moved out. Moved out? I told Taylor to come move in with me when she was told she didn't have long to live. Why did you move out? What's with the life expectancy thing? Don't be ridiculous. Stop making stupid assumptions. What? You've been going to the hospital, right, Taylor? Yes, I do. After all, you've been told you don't have long to live, right? You want to live like a normal person until the very last minute, don't you? I told you to stop with that nonsense. Taylor is in the hospital because she is having allergy symptoms. It's because she can't do her job when her nose is running. What? Then who's the one who told me she doesn't have long to live? A fictitious woman. What do you mean, fictitious? I'm telling you, Taylor is working as a narrator. She was reciting a story about a girl who was told she didn't have long to live. You must have eavesdropped and misunderstood. Huh? Then that was... I knew it. That was just a reading. Taylor was working. It's not like Taylor is sick. Huh? So you tricked me? I didn't trick you. You broke into someone's house with a spare key. You went up to Taylor's workroom and eavesdropped. You just assumed it was true, didn't you? Taylor hasn't been given a life expectancy? Of course not. No matter how many times I warned you, you just kept getting in the way of Taylor's work. Do you have any idea how much Taylor does for her clients? Do you understand? I don't care. She's just always on her computer talking. Yeah, because that's her job. I can't believe she has a job like that. Taylor is a popular narrator and is sought after by local TV stations and YouTubers. Oh, really? She's already busy and you give her more problems. Taylor's had a rough time, do you understand? How am I supposed to understand jobs nowadays? I explained to you over and over again. I even asked you not to come in the house without permission. But you didn't care because you had the spare key. You're just bullying my wife. No, I'm not. I also heard that you told her to devote her life to you, to make use of her last few years of life. That's because your wife ignores her mother-in-law. You're the worst kind of person. Huh? If Taylor really got sick, you'd tell her to serve you, no matter how much pain she's in, wouldn't you? Don't be ridiculous. Taylor is my wife, not your servant. No one said she was a servant, but a wife has to behave like a wife, right? Mom, what are you talking about? What? Then I won't let you see Taylor anymore. John, what are you talking about? I'm fed up with you too, so I'm going to break it off with you at this point. Huh? You can't do that. Ever since I was little, it was always, don't do this and don't do that. Do this and only this. You gotta fulfill your responsibilities as the oldest. You've obnoxiously controlled every aspect of my life. Don't talk to me like that. It's all for your own good. If it's just me, that's fine. But you're trying to force it on Taylor. No, I'm not. You are. Listen to yourself. You were just talking about behaving as a wife and whatnot. I'm sick and tired of it. I will never see you again. I'll live with Taylor alone. Leave us alone. John, you're abandoning me to live alone? John got angry and went to the next room. Taylor, what have you done? Thanks to you, my son abandoned me. Do something about it. Why is it my fault? Huh? I tried to make myself understood. I spoke politely to you so many times, but it was you who never listened. Who do you think you are? You always obstruct my work, and then you assumed I was dying, and on top of that, told me to serve you. What am I to you? You're my daughter-in-law, aren't you? That's only natural. I can't be your ideal daughter-in-law. Are you kidding me? John understands how I feel. He suggested that we move out. Move? What are you talking about?
We're moving. John told you earlier, didn't he?
What? He didn't tell me anything.
There you go again, always interpreting things to your liking.
I said we should live together.
Living together was out of the question. That's why I moved out. John arranged everything for me. I was able to move in this past week.
Where did you move to?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
Because if I tell you, you will harass me again. For my work and our lives' sake, we don't want you to harass us anymore.
What do you mean, harass? That's rude. If I don't know where you are, I won't even be able to see John.
He literally just told you earlier. Remember? He said he never wants to see you again.
What? Why? Why would he say that? John is my son. Give me back my son.
Jane, John is a grown man now, and he married me. He's not the young little boy you imagine him to be. Why won't you understand?
What?
Do you know how John felt when he told you that he doesn't want to see you? Of course it was hard, but he made that decision for me. I will continue to work harder and harder and do my best at work and housework for him. So please don't worry about your son.
So what then? I will be all alone from now on?
That's what it looks like.
How will I live?
That's for you to decide, isn't it? You're still healthy and you can work. Or you can go back to the countryside and live a carefree life. Or live modestly on a pension. There are many ways to live.
What? No, I'll be lonely.
But this is all you're doing. And as long as John is upset, there's nothing I can do about it. Please, do your best and live your life making your own decisions.
You're lying. Taylor, you are my daughter-in-law, right? You have to help me.
I can't.
Don't say that. You don't have to live with me then. Just stay close to me.
I can't. I don't know when you'll have your outbursts again.
Please, Taylor, at least tell me where you two will live.
I won't. Please just give up.
Why?
Oh, and the apartment contract expires at the end of this month. Make sure you return the spare key to the real estate office. Thank you. Good luck, Jane.
Taylor, please, wait.
After that, Jane seems to be spending her time alone at home. According to her neighbors, her hair gradually turned white, and she has lost so much weight that it's hard to recognize who she is. I feel sorry for her, but she tried to bully me even under the impression that I had a short life ahead, and she was very evil for that. Regardless, I'm alive and very healthy. Now that I have moved, I can concentrate on my work as much as I want, and I am receiving job offers, one after another. I am truly grateful to John for allowing me to continue doing the work I love. When John forgives her, I hope he will be able to visit his mother. I am spending my days so fully that I feel I can visit Jane for John instead.
Haley, where did you go?
I'm out shopping for dinner, but I'm almost home. I'm a block away.
I want some mochi. Can you get me some?
What? But I'm almost home. The Japanese store is far, so I'll go there tomorrow.
Why wait till tomorrow?
What?
I just told you I want some mochi. Don't you get it?
But I'm already home. It'll be late to prepare dinner, so can I get it tomorrow?
You really don't understand, do you? I said I want to eat it now. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered to text you about it.
I don't get it. You get angry when dinner is late.
Of course. Dinner is supposed to be at 5, so I have to eat on time.
I know. That's why I can't go back to the store, Dinner is going to be late if I do.
Why do you assume it's impossible?
Because physically,
Don't you want to do something for your mother-in-law, knowing it's impossible?
huh? I know it's impossible in terms of time, and at this time, the roads will be crowded. Please give up today.
Give up? How dare you talk to me like that? You're so useless.
You're going to say that much. I'm trying my best as a wife, but
You're being a brat again. That's it. I won't ask you for anything.
Caleb, listen to me for a second.
What's wrong?
I got a text from your mom asking me to buy her some mochi.
Okay.
But I was almost home from shopping groceries, and I had to prepare dinner, so I told her if I could get it tomorrow for her, and she got mad.
Well, that's your fault.
How is it my fault? I was already home. It takes time to get to the Japanese store.
I know my mom. She really wants to have some, right?
Yeah,
Well then, whatever you say won't work.
well,
You know how she is, so it's your fault for not listening to her.
what? Then what should I have done? She'd get mad either way if dinner was late.
The only way is to become a superwoman and fly away.
Oh God, don't be silly.
I'm not kidding. But in my house, what my mom says is absolute. It's your fault for refusing.
Oh my God. Caleb, you're my husband and she's your mom, so say something about it.
No way. No matter what I say, she won't listen. That's why I always listen to her. So you have to do what she says. Please don't be complicated.
What the hell? You don't want to protect me? I'm your wife.
But if I do, that would make my mom look like the bad guy, right?
Well, that's close. That's enough. It was useless telling you.
Haley, you should buy mochi today.
Huh? Betty, I thought I told you.
Told me what?
I told you I was going to take care of my father this weekend, so I won't be home.
Your father? Oh, yeah, he was in a bad accident.
Yes, he needs personal care since he can't move on his own. I wish my mother was here, but she's gone, so there's no one to take care of my father.
So, you won't buy me mochi?
I can't.
What? You were supposed to buy yesterday, but now what?
I'm sorry. I'll buy some on my way home.
Are you staying the night?
Yes, I am. I told you about it, didn't I?
What about dinner tonight?
I told you to buy something for dinner.
Huh? You're the wife. Why do I have to buy dinner?
I can't go home. I don't have a choice. You can make it yourself, don't you? I'm sure you're well enough to cook.
What a disrespectful thing to say. It's a wife's job to cook for her mother-in-law, right?
But I'm at my parents' house now, so I can't.
Then why don't you come home right now?
Huh? To cook dinner? It takes an hour and a half by train from my parents' house, you know. I don't have that kind of time.
If you insist on staying over, why don't you cook dinner and go back?
Huh? What about my father? My father needs supper too. I'm here today, so I haven't even asked for a helper. I can't do that.
But your father can sit in a chair, right?
Yes, but he's in a wheelchair. He can't stand or move by himself yet.
I see. Then why don't you let him wait in his wheelchair?
Huh? What do you mean?
Your father can't move by himself, right?
Yes?
Well, let him sit in the wheelchair and let him wait for hours. In the meantime, come home to make dinner.
Betty, please don't say such terrible things. I'm worried about my father. He's so hesitant, he'll tell me not to worry about him. I'm his daughter. I can't just leave him alone. I have to eat dinner with him, bathe him, take him to the bathroom when I can.
When you can? You're my son's wife, remember? You're going to put your father first instead of me?
Leave me alone. My father is badly injured and can't move by himself. I can't just leave him there. Besides, I told you about it in advance.
Are you talking back to me? What is wrong with you and your father? He decided to give you out as a wife to my son. And now that he can't do anything by himself, he wants you to take care of him? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Please don't speak bad about my father. It's not like he asked me to come over. I wanted to do it for him. It's my duty to take care of him, especially in these times. My mother isn't here too, so...
Having your own daughter to bathe you? That's sick. I wouldn't be able to do that. And to the restroom too? I mean, to pee and to poop too? Ew, I don't want to do that.
Even if you don't like it, I'd still want to take care of my father. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Anyway, until he's recovered to take care of himself, I'll be away on the weekends for him. I have someone to take care of him during the weekdays, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
So I have to prepare dinner by myself until your father's recovered?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll never allow you to do that. You should leave your father, who can't move by himself alone. You should take good care of me.
I can't talk to you anymore. Don't talk about how I take care of my father. I'm going to excuse myself. Hey, Caleb. I told you I'm going back to my parents' house today to take care of my father, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Your mother heard that too, right?
Yeah, I think she was in the living room.
She said she didn't know, and she made fun of the fact that my father couldn't move.
Hey, what are you getting all riled up about?
What's wrong with taking care of my injured father? Isn't it strange that making dinner for your mom takes priority over the injured? Caleb, you should say something to your mom.
What? Wait a minute. It's not her fault, is it?
Huh?
It's normal for a wife to take care of her mother-in-law first.
But my father is injured and can't move. He can't cook, go shopping, or eat. He can't take a bath or go to the bathroom by himself. And it's not always that way.
But you're the wife of this family, right? Then you have to take care of the house first.
What? Caleb, do you think the same way as your mother?
Because you're married to this family. So it is what it is, right? Isn't that what being a wife has always meant? Don't be so angry.
I'm getting angrier and angrier.
By the way, your father's accident was pretty bad, wasn't it?
What about it?
No. How much will the insurance cover? It's going to cover the other party's compensation? Disability compensation, right?
Why? I don't feel comfortable about you asking that question right now.
I'm thinking of buying a new golf club set. But as you know, Haley, the company is in a recession. We won't be able to afford it for a while, right? I was hoping your father could buy it for me instead of you, who can't do the housework.
Hey, Caleb, do you understand the situation? My father is badly injured and can't move, and he still has a lot of treatment and rehabilitation ahead of him. And you're talking about money? And for your own shopping? How can you ask such a thing to my father who is suffering? Are you an idiot?
Because you're going to get money that you didn't have, so why not share a little bit?
You and your mother are inhumane.
What? You're always taking care of him during the weekends instead of us, so why not? My mother puts up with us too.
Don't talk like that. I'm doing this to take care of my father. I'm not being forced to do it.
Hey, why don't you just ask him once?
I don't want to. Please don't say anything about how I take care of my father.
Hey, Haley, what are you doing? It's urgent. Pick up the phone.
Sorry, Caleb, what's wrong? I'm helping my father use the bathroom.
I don't care about that. Can you come back right now?
What do you mean you don't care?
Mom just collapsed.
What?
I was watching TV and all of a sudden I heard a thud. I turned around and saw my mom on the floor.
And then what happened?
I just called an ambulance. Come home now.
Well, I can't leave my father alone. Call me when you find out the details about her.
Okay, I think the ambulance will be here soon. Haley, Mom had a stroke and I need you to take care of her.
Huh? Betty?
She's paralyzed. She can't move her left hand and leg. With physical therapy, she may be able to move again, but it's hard to say at this point.
I see. Rehabilitation is very hard for older people, and it takes a lot of energy.
So, after I get out of the hospital now, I'm going back home.
What about the therapy?
Mom wants to commute from home. You're always at home and used to taking care of your father. You can do it, right? From now on, I'm going to ask you to take full responsibility of Mom's physical therapy.
Huh? Me? Why?
Because you're used to taking care of your father, right? There's no one else I can ask.
Wait a minute. I don't want to take care of your mother.
What? What are you talking about? My mom is paralyzed. It's normal for a wife to take care of her, right?
That's 100% impossible.
Huh?
How can you say that? Even my father's injury was such a mockery. She said she was ashamed to have his daughter take care of him or something. She also said she'd never do it. So why should I have to take care of your mother?
What's with that argument? My mom collapsed. She's paralyzed.
I know. But considering what your mom has said and done so far, I don't think I need to be the one to take care of her.
What the hell? That's it.
Caregiving is so hard. It takes a lot of strength and time. I know you're going to have a hard time from now on while balancing work and life. But good luck with that.
What are you really saying? You're the one taking care of Mom, right?
No. I told you. I'm 100% incapable of doing that. Who's going to take care of your mother? Caleb, I think it's time for us to break up. We should get a divorce.
Huh? Why are you talking like that?
I don't want to be forced to take care of her because I'm your wife. So let's get a divorce.
Huh? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I can't believe that as soon as Mom needs care, you're divorcing me.
No, that's what I've been thinking all along. She bullies me. My husband won't even protect me or help me at all. Even if my father was seriously injured, you didn't care. You both complained for me taking care of him, even only in the weekends. Telling me just because I'm the wife, I should leave my father alone. Do you know how I feel? There's no need for me to go through all that trouble for a mother and son like that. That's why I can't take care of your mother.
No way.
I'll send you the divorce papers. So please send the divorce papers back once you signed it.
Don't decide on divorce so easily.
If you take care of your mother by yourself, you'll get money.
What?
You want to buy a new golf club set, right? Maybe you can make that dream come true. Maybe you can buy something better than that?
That may be true, but...
That sounds fine. Well, I'll send you the divorce papers right away tomorrow. Hey, Haley. I heard from Caleb. He said you refuse to take care of me even though you're his wife. I can't move half of my body, you know. What's going on? Huh? Didn't your son tell you anything? Me and your son are divorced. I'm not his wife anymore. What? What do you mean? The day before yesterday, I sent him the divorce papers. Of course, your son signed it and submitted the divorce papers to the authorities. The divorce was finalized. You're lying. Then who's going to take care of me? I heard that your son will do it. Huh? How can he take care of me? In case you're wondering, I've given him some advice, so isn't it okay? You can't move on your own, so I told him to let you wait for hours in your wheelchair. Huh? Your son said that will be easy. What? What do you mean by that? Huh? That's what you told me, remember? That's what you always said when you talked about taking care of my father. You said, all you have to do to take care of him is to put him in a wheelchair. You said that he was paralyzed and couldn't move anyway. Did I say that? I don't know. You don't want your child to help you bathe and go to the bathroom, right? So when I told you that your son doesn't have to do it, he said if that's what he had to do, he could do it too. So you don't have to worry about taking care of yourself. Unbelievable! I'll never be able to... I can't move half of my body. Of course it's impossible for me to do it alone. Well, don't say that. Think of it as physical therapy. You have plenty of time. Oh no! Of course it's impossible! You should take care of me, Haley. I'm divorced from your son. I have nothing to do with you, so there's no reason for me to take care of you. Then tell Caleb to hire someone professional. I've explained it to him, but your son apparently has some things he wants to buy. He said it would be a waste of money to hire someone. Well, I think you should negotiate that with him. Your son was so eager to take care of you by himself. No way. There's no way he can take care of me. But he says he will do it himself. I can't stop him. I hope you and your son will work hard together from now on. Now, if you'll excuse me. Excuse me, Haley! Hey, how dare you say such a random thing? Caring for someone is so hard. I can't do it. No one said it would be easy. I just told you what you and your mother told me. You're the one who thought it would be easy. I put her in a wheelchair and she complains all day long. She can't even take a bath or go to the bathroom without my help at all. I can't do anything with this. But you said you do it yourself. So I don't have a choice, do I? If you don't like it, why don't you hire a helper or use a facility? I don't have that kind of money. What? Mom used up all our savings, and I'm on leave from my job, so we don't have money to live. I'm barely surviving on what I'm being compensated for. Oh my, I'm sorry to hear that. So you couldn't even afford a golf club set? I can't afford that. I don't even have time to go golfing. That's tough. It's hard when you don't have access to facilities and helpers. Hey, Haley, please come back. Huh? I can't take care of her. Mom's always grumpy because she doesn't get her way. I can't work. We have no money. I'm afraid we're going to fall together if I don't do something. You're the only one I can count on. Help me. It's okay. I'm sure you'll get used to it. Maybe then you'll be able to start working again. Until then, hang in there. I can't. I can't take it anymore. So Haley, come back and take care of Mom. Who are you to talk like that? We're already divorced. There's no reason for me to take care of your mom. Also, there is no way I would help you and your mother who despised my father.
Don't say that. I'm your ex-husband. Am I asking for too much?
I don't know. Find someone else to ask. I have nothing to do with both of you. I have a father to take care of. It's your mother. It's normal to take care of your own.
No, I apologize for everything I've done. Mom says the same too, so please come back.
I can't. I want to get rid of you guys now, so I'm going to block you. I wish you and your mom the best of luck in life. Well then, have a nice day.
Haley, wait! Haley!
After that, my ex-mother-in-law called me many times. Please take care of me, Haley, I'll pay you. But I refused. She had done such a terrible thing to me. But the moment she needed help, she was nice to me. Isn't it too convenient of her? I will never forgive her for making fun of my father. In the end, my ex-husband switched to a part-time job and is doing his best to take care of his mother. It seems that both nursing care and daily life are quite difficult. Well, it's his own mother, so I want him to do his best. I went back to my parents' house and started working while taking care of my father. My father is now able to move around on his own, so it's a lot easier. Until my father makes a full recovery, I will continue to work hard and take it easy. It has been hard work so far, but I am happy that I can now take my time to take care of my father.
Hey, Chloe, I spilled some tea. Can you come clean it up?
Helen, not again. You have to be careful every time you eat.
Stop complaining. My clothes are soaking wet. So is the table and the floor. Clean it.
I'm on an online meeting right now. Please do it yourself.
Online meeting? You're just playing around. Stop doing what you're doing and come down right now.
I'm not playing. I'm on a meeting right now.
What do you want me to do then?
You're grown enough to clean up your own mess. Stop interrupting me, please. I'm working.
Your mother-in-law needs help, and you're just going to ignore me? What kind of a wife are you?
You're making a mess every time you eat or drink. I'm starting to think you're doing it on purpose, aren't you? You just want to be a pain in the ass.
Why would I do such thing? What a mean thing for you to say.
I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a meeting, so I need to excuse myself.
Hey, you! Chloe! Don't be disrespectful. Hey, Chloe. They're doing $1 for a slice of cake sale at the bakery. It's only for a limited time. Go buy some for me.
Helen, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm working. Didn't we agree that we wouldn't disturb each other during work hours as a condition for living together?
Don't act all high and mighty with work. You're just playing games on the computer, aren't you? I know exactly what's going on. You're lying about working just because you don't want to take care of me.
I'm not lying. I do have a proper job and a steady income.
Income? It's barely anything, isn't it? Our household budget relies on John's income, doesn't it? So don't act all high and mighty.
Here we go again. Anyway, I can't go to the bakery right now. If you really want some cake, you can buy it yourself.
Excuse me? How could you be such a terrible daughter-in-law? I have weak back and knees and you want me to go?
You are strong enough to go. I remember you chasing after a squirrel who took your biscuit. You were running as fast as you could. Your legs seem strong enough to go to the bakery. Think of it as an exercise.
Huh? I'd get there soon if you drive me. Why do I have to walk and go there if you could just take me?
It's you who wants some cake, right? So I think it's fair that you get it yourself. That's enough. What? Are you having fun bullying me? I'm not trying to bully you. I've been trying to get along with you, but you keep forcing me to do things I can't. Forcing you? Watch your tone. You don't have to talk to me like that. I try to treat you as if you were my own mother, you know. We're family, so I don't hesitate to speak up my mind. Wow. I don't want to be called family by the woman who stole my precious only son. What? I've been trying my best to get along with you, and you still think of me that way? That's terrible. You? My family? You being part of the family? That's jumping the gun by a century. First things first, you need to start listening to me without any fuss. No matter what you say, there are things I simply can't drop everything for, especially during work. I can't just respond to demands on a whim. Please understand that. And wasn't that supposed to be a condition for us living together? So, I'm telling you, it's too soon for you to be imposing conditions on me. You really are a stubborn daughter-in-law. I wonder why John ended up with someone like you. Hey, Chloe. Sorry to bother you. Helen, what's wrong? I've never been told sorry for interrupting your work. Is everything okay? No, it's not that. I have good news. Good news, huh? Yes. I want to apologize about the other day for saying you weren't a part of my family. Huh? What happened all of a sudden? I just lost my temper and I went too far. I'm sorry. Helen... So, I was wondering if we could take a family trip to make up. What? A family trip? How about the three of us? You, John, and I go to a nice hotel where we can relax and enjoy the scenery. Just a thought. Sounds great. You're being serious, right? Of course I am. I've been mean to you. I thought it might be nice to show some appreciation to my daughter-in-law every now and then. You're not implying that I pay for everything, are you? There's no way that's happening. Let's split the cost this time. You okay with that? Why, thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Then it's settled. A family trip. I'll ask John to book a nice hotel for us. It better have a hot spring and a nice meal. I'll leave the hotel with you and John. You can choose any place you like. Okay, I'll do that. So we'll take 2 cars. 2 cars? Why? Why not take one instead? Gasoline costs can add up too. But I want to enjoy snacks leisurely and arrive at our destination feeling relaxed. So, how about we load the luggage into your car? I'll just ride with John, chilling out all the way there. Isn't that a waste of time and money? Everything is going to fit in John's car. You can relax in the back seat. Besides, it'll cost us less if we go in one car. What are you talking about? It's a family vacation. Let's not be stingy and have fun. But I feel hesitant because I'm constantly told to save money for our household expenses. It's okay. I'll allow it. Let's have a luxurious time once in a while. Wow. I guess. Well then, I guess we'll load my car with the luggages and take 2 cars. Are you sure you don't mind? No, it's fine. Well, it wouldn't make sense if we didn't take both cars, right? What? Oh, never mind. It's nothing. All right. I'll make sure to ask John to book a nice hotel. You just focus on your work and look forward to our family trip. Yes, thank you very much. Wow, it's perfect timing for the autumn leaves. The trees turning red and yellow are so beautiful. It's like all the stress and negativity just vanish at once. This is amazing. Oh, you're driving, so you don't have to reply. Drive safe.
I'm thinking of taking a restroom break. We'll pull into the next rest stop. Chloe, well done. I'm going to the restroom. Would you pick up something for me at the store? I'm going to the restroom too, so I'll buy something after that. Thank you. Get me some coffee and donuts and some hot dogs. Are you sure you can eat that much? I'm fine. Snacking on the road is part of the joy of traveling, right? That's true, but don't forget that we have a nice dinner tonight. Yes, I know. Please get me the stuff then. Helen? What's wrong, Chloe? So, this was your plan all this time, huh? What are you talking about? You drove off while I was shopping, didn't you? I can't seem to find John's car anywhere. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot I asked you to buy me stuff. I'm sorry. That's why you wanted 2 cars, huh? I get it now. You're right. I was actually thinking you could go home from there. That's terrible. What is? Huh? You took my precious son away from me. You don't even bother with household chores, always using work as an excuse. I do my best with the house chores every day, don't I? It's you who doesn't do anything. And to top it off, you always talk back like this. You never listen to what I say, do you? That's because you constantly nag. Remember, part of our agreement for living together? During the day, while I'm working, everyone takes care of their own needs. Other than that, I handle all the other necessary household chores. When you say work during the day, you mean playing computer games? And you're quite proud of claiming to work even though you don't earn much? It's just ridiculous. I do have a steady income, you know. Just ask John, he'll confirm it for you. Anyway, please find your own way back home from there. I'll enjoy the trip with my son alone. I can't even go home. Why not? My tire is flat. This is part of your plan too, right? What? A flat tire? That sounds tough. Yes, 2 whole rear tires. There are marks that look like they were punctured with some kind of ice pick. It's you, isn't it? Why would I do that? No one else would carry an ice pick-like tool to a travel destination, right? I can't think of anyone else but you. Quite impressive how you managed to do all this in such a short time. In a way, I'm impressed. Could you stop blaming others just because misfortune has struck you? Well, in any case, it seems impossible for you to make it to the cabin now. What are you going to do? I guess you have to walk home. Helen, I didn't expect you to go this far. How does it feel to be left behind? Huh? Being left alone stranded like that is just cruel, isn't it? Plus, with flat tires? Well, it looks like you'll have to walk back home after all. At least it'll be good exercise, right? It was just over an hour's drive. You should make it back by the end of the day. How mean can you be? Well, good luck walking home. I have nothing else to say but to walk back home. Enjoy the beautiful autumn scenery on your way back. Bye! Hey, Chloe! How are you doing, Helen? I'm sure you're having a good time and eating good food right now, huh? We had some of the best French food ever, but John isn't here. Oh, really? Then why don't you enjoy it by yourself? I'm sure it's way more delicious. You can stay there as long as you want. What do you mean? You're up to something, aren't you? That's why John isn't here. What on earth did you do? Helen, please don't come home again. I'm with my husband. Huh? What do you mean? I don't understand. After you two arrived at the hotel, John found it suspicious I wasn't following him, and then he called me. What? I explained the situation to him and he got so angry.
and he decided to come back home.
John did that?
Yeah, he came to pick me up where you left me. We came back home safely. Got my car towed and took it to the car shop and changed tires. We're relaxing at home now. You must be enjoying your stay there with a nice meal. Take your time and relax.
Huh? All by myself?
Yes. Oh, and don't forget to pay the bills when you leave.
How? I thought John already paid for it when he booked it.
No, I thought it was weird you were acting brand new, so I made the reservation myself. Payment has been arranged to be made at the checkout, so that means you're the one who's going to have to pay.
What? Wait a minute. This place costs $400 a night. Staying for a couple of nights will cost me almost $1,000. I don't have that kind of money.
You said it yourself that you wanted to splurge once in a while, so $1,000 isn't a big deal, right?
Not a big deal? Do you have any idea how much I can do with that amount of money? This is not a joke.
Well, considering you're already there, you have no choice but to pay, right? Also, you have to pay for John's too.
Oh my God. I canceled your reservation, but John's still in place? So that means I have to pay for over $1,000?
Look at you doing the math.
Are you kidding me? That's impossible. Do something about it, Chloe.
I'm the one who got left behind on the road, so there's not much I can do. The rest is up to you to figure out.
I'm telling you, it's impossible.
Also, I just had a discussion with John. We've decided to move out.
Huh?
I'm fed up with you bullying me. You keep getting in the way. I can't even work in peace.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. It was your son's idea.
John's idea? He wouldn't do such thing. There's no way he's going to leave me.
He knows about the things that you're doing to me. He thought he had to do something about it, so he came up with the idea. I've been eyeing this house for a while now, so we decided to buy it.
Buy a house?
Yes, that's right.
There's no way you can do that. Even if John makes a good living, with you just playing games all day, there's no way you could handle household expenses. It's pretty clear who'll end up in tears.
Helen, I've been telling you I've been working and I have a steady income. I earn more than $5,000 a month. I have savings too, so I have no problem buying a house.
There's no way you're making such money.
I'm not joking. I work as a web designer, and thanks to years of experience, I've been steadily gaining more clients through referrals. I have plenty of clients waiting for my services, so work is not an issue at all. I might even earn close to $10,000 just this month.
$10,000? If that's the case, we don't even need to worry about saving money. We can live luxuriously in our new home.
What? What are you talking about? You're not going to live with us.
What?
Since we're fed up with your arrogance and selfishness, we are leaving the house. We'll be living separately from now on.
Are you excluding me? Are you seriously throwing such a harsh test at me, especially at this age?
You're the one who has been excluding me.
Huh?
I was excluded from the family trip and left stranded on the road all alone. I just can't forgive that no matter how hard I try. So, with John's suggestion, we've decided to leave this house.
How about me?
Enjoy yourself at the hotel with a hot spring.
Who's going to pay? I don't have that kind of money.
Seriously? Who travels without bringing money? That's surprising. Why don't you ask someone for help?
What happens if I can't pay?
You may be guilty of fraud.
What? I'm not a criminal.
That's quite troublesome, isn't it? Well then, it seems like the best option is to explain the situation and consult with the hotel staff, don't you think?
What?
Honestly, The idea of staying at an expensive hotel without bringing a single cent is a bit naive, don't you think? Oh no. Then, even if I could manage to pay, how am I supposed to go home? You're not a child. Figure it out. Take the bus or take a cab home. There's many ways. I don't have money. What? You don't even have money for that? It's truly astounding, isn't it? How about you ask the staff about that too? I'm the one who was left behind, so I have nothing to do with this. Don't be like that. You're my family. I've been taken advantage of and mistreated countless times before. Do you really think I'd be willing to help you, Helen? Honestly, I have no intention of doing so. So please find your way back home. Chloe, don't say that. Why don't you call the hotel and talk to them? I refuse to do that. As I said before, I have nothing to do with this. You're on your own. Besides, we're getting busy ready to move out. What? Right now? Yes, we'd like to finish the move by the time you arrive home. So you mean I'll be alone when I get home? Looks like that's how it's gonna be. I'll make sure to move out to make it happen. Why not? Can't you at least move out after I get home? No way. You'd find out where we are going to live. You won't even let me know where you're moving? That's the plan. Well, if you knew about it, I'm sure you'll come around and start bullying me again, right? I've had enough. Chloe, I'm sorry. I was just frustrated and felt like John was being taken away from me. It's not that I don't like you. Even if that's the case, it still doesn't change the fact that you bullied me, right? I've reached my limit living with you. From now on, it'll be just the two of us, happily living together in our own home. Oh no! What should I do? It's so unsettling to think about growing older alone. I could care less. Well, that's what you get for being a bully. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. Well, I have to start packing. Goodbye. Wait a minute, Chloe! Don't leave me alone! After that, Helen talked to the hotel manager about the situation. It seems the matter was resolved by arranging a payment plan with a guarantor. Her guarantor was her brother. After receiving a thorough scolding for her foolish actions, she was coldly rejected from future family relations. After getting all through that, she came back to an empty house. It seems she tidied up after the trip all alone, without anyone reaching out to her. She contacted me multiple times, saying she wants to live with us again. Meanwhile, John doesn't seem to care. Not being informed about our whereabouts, she has no choice but to live alone in silence. I heard that her hair has turned gray all at once, dealing with stress. While I'm considering the possibility of her living with us, I'd like her to reflect on what she's done for a while. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you at night. Is this Emily's account? Yes, it is. I'm sorry, who is this? Is it Mary? Yes, this is Mary from AA Company. Okay, so you're from the same company as my husband's? Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, but we haven't even met, nor I don't know about you. That's right. I think so too. Can I help you with something? No, it's not that I want you to do something for me. Okay. You just texted me on WhatsApp out of the blue? Yes, I know it's rude. Does my husband know about this? No, I don't think he knows. I see. Well, I will let him know when he gets home from work, just to be sure. Okay, that's fine. It's Mary, right? Yes, that's right. Good evening. This is Mary. What is it? Did you tell your husband that I texted you the other day? Yes, I did. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say? No, nothing in particular. If you have nothing else to say like before, I would like to stop texting. Did you know that Nathan is very popular in the company? Is that so? He's handsome and kind to women. He's also very sincere with male employees. That's what makes him so attractive. Wow. Doesn't it bother you a bit? Why would it bother me how he goes around at work? What happens at the company is none of my business. You are a very cool wife, aren't you? I can't imagine that from Nathan. So, is that all you want to talk about? Doesn't it bother you that your husband is popular at work? Why is that? Why is that? Because you are his wife, aren't you? I don't know about other people, and I don't think I need to answer that. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, but could you please stop texting me when you have nothing important? I'm a housewife, so I have a lot of housework to do at this time of day, like cleaning. That's kind of a harsh thing to say. Nathan is so personable and easy to talk to. I'm surprised to hear that his wife is like this. That's your own imagination, isn't it? It's none of my business, so please excuse me. Hi, it's been a while. It's Mary. Do you remember me? You're from AA Company, right? Yes, I am. What do you want this time? I've been keeping quiet about it, but I'm actually Nathan's beautiful subordinate. Okay. Your husband is going on a business trip for 3 days, starting today, right? Yes, that's right. I'm supposed to accompany him. You are? I see. Hope you have a nice trip. That's it? What? I've repeatedly sent you meaningful messages, and I just told you that I will be accompanying him on a business trip. Doesn't it make you suspicious? What do you mean by that? What do I mean by that? Don't you get it after I've told you this much? You're an easygoing wife who is either slow-paced or insensitive. How do you think I found out about your account in the first place? I don't know. Did you ask Nathan? Of course not. It's because I secretly looked through Nathan's cell phone. What? You looked at my husband's phone without permission? Isn't that a violation of the unauthorized computer access law? You should be aware that you will be subject to a claim for damages in a civil case as well. Huh? That's not important. I'm with Nathan right now. And of course, we're staying at the same hotel. I see. Of course you are. It's a business trip, isn't it? You're always aloof. But doesn't it bother you? About what? That a beautiful subordinate like me and Nathan are staying in the same hotel. This makes your handsome husband mine. Do you really think you can do such a thing? He's a married man. I know that, but you can't control how you feel about liking someone, can you? Didn't you think anything from my frequent messages to you? I felt it at least a little, but it's not something I can do about. You really aren't interested in your husband, are you? That's also what Nathan said. What? My husband said that? Yes! She's not interested in me at all. What time are you coming home? Are you having dinner at home? What are your plans for the weekend? You ask so many questions, and he is sick of it. Sick of me? Isn't this a normal thing for married couples? I think it's important for a couple to share a life together, even if they're not husband and wife, but also for a parent and a child. Oh, so that's why he is sick about you. What? You force your own values on him. Or rather, you look him down and force your value on him. I think I understand somehow what Nathan was talking about. You have no right to say that to me. Besides, my husband is your boss, right? Isn't it rude to make such a comment toward your boss's wife? I have never thought of Nathan as my boss. He is older than me, but he is handsome and kind to women. He has a good income, and there is no way I would leave such a person alone. Wait a minute. My husband is married to me. That has nothing to do with it. I told you before, age has nothing to do with liking someone. But my husband is married. It's a risk for a woman to have a relationship with a married man. Even with the risk, he is attractive. If that's what you think, that's fine. If you have nothing more to say, I'll end this conversation. Oh yes, I forgot something important. I'm in love with Nathan. I see. We'll be alone on this trip. I understand. I heard that from my husband too. What? He said he'll be alone with this beautiful subordinate. So I knew that even if you hadn't told me. I see. So you don't care what happens to us? How can that be? If something happens, you two would be having an affair, wouldn't you? Do you understand that? I understand, but I still love him. I see. I see? You're always so blunt. On this business trip, I intend to take him away from you, so keep that in mind. I just couldn't resist my feelings for him. Take away my husband? Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. I want to marry him after you divorce him. That's enough. So you're all prepared. Well then, please do until you're satisfied. Huh? You are starting to get on my nerves. What's with these texts? Please don't complain if I take away your husband. You didn't even stop me. I didn't even stop you? I have been saying that you are having an affair, haven't I? Adultery is not something that benefits you. I think you should stop it. We love each other, so it's not adultery, okay? No. What are you saying? My husband and I are married, right? Then it is adultery, isn't it? It's not adultery. He loves me, and I love him with all my heart. So, we're in love with each other. Just stop interrupting me. I don't remember interrupting you. I'm younger than you. I'm beautiful. My skin is shiny and I have a great body. Yeah? So what? Do you think you can beat me even if you are married to him? Is it a matter of winning or losing? Yes, it is. This is a battle between a woman and a woman. It's about which one of us will win the heart of Nathan. It's a serious game. You can't go up against me. But I'm married to him. No matter what you do, it's still cheating. If you commit adultery during his marriage, you wouldn't stand a chance. You're so frustrated. Huh? You're jealous because Nathan chose me. Are you really a grown woman? I'm surprised at your lack of common sense. Since further conversation with you is a waste of time, I'm leaving now. Huh? What's with that tone? I'm going to take your husband from you right now, so watch it. Oh, I'll make sure to take a screenshot of this conversation, just so you know. Emily, this is Mary. I visited Nathan's room last night. I couldn't suppress my feelings and ended up... I see. And then, he accepted my feelings. We became like a man and a woman. We kind of slept together. A beautiful subordinate. What? I warned you, didn't I? That will be cheating. You're saying that again out of spite. Why don't you just admit defeat? No matter how you look at it, I won, didn't I? He clearly told me that he loves me. You have talked too much. Don't be a sore loser. Please be honest and tell me you'll give up Nathan to me. Well, I've told you many times I'm married. I am Nathan's wife. If you don't understand this part, you'll be in a lot of trouble, okay? What do you mean? If I can go out with him and get married, I'll be able to live a rich life with no shortage of money. I won't be in any trouble, will I? You still don't understand anything. What? What do you mean? If you still don't get it, it makes me want to help you. Oh, really? You finally decided to get a divorce? That's the right decision. Was it the right decision? Of course it was, because Nathan and I are engaged to be married. Actually, our divorce was decided long ago. Huh? What do you mean? It's like I said, we had already decided to get divorced. Whether you show up or not, whether you take my husband away from me or not, we're going to get divorced eventually. Huh? You say it was decided before. Then why don't you divorce him right away? It seems like he wants an early divorce too. And you're not in love with him either, right? I guess so. I want to get a divorce too, but there's trouble on my husband's side. What kind of trouble? My husband has a lot of girls he promised to marry. What? What do you mean? That means there are a lot of women like you, Mary. It's not the first time I get a message like this. At least 3 or 4 people have texted me with the same contents as you did. I think everyone misunderstands him because he is so nice to all women. I'm the only one he really cares about. That's what everybody said too. That's not true. Yesterday in bed, he said he only loves me. He told me he wants to marry me. Oh, he seems to be saying those words to everyone too. You are really a very happy person, aren't you? Well, if you're going to say that much, fine. Anyway, I hope you and Nathan get divorced soon. I want to start preparing for it right away. Mary, I'm going to ask you again. Do you really not know what happens if you have an affair? Of course I will be happy. For all the pain I went through during the affair, God is watching over me so that I can be happy afterwards. You really are a very happy person. I don't want to shock you too much. I'll text you tomorrow. Please enjoy your dreaminess until then. Mary, may I have a word with you? Oh, I bet you must be very depressed right now. I'd like to continue what we talked about yesterday. What is it? Actually, I'm currently demanding alimony from my husband. Alimony? Yes, I'm claiming the same for all the women he had affairs with. You slept with my husband, didn't you? Yes, I did. He told me that I am beautiful, have a great body and a great skin. I think I satisfied him. That's an affair, isn't it? What? You even had sexual intercourse while he was married, so you can't get away with it. I'm also keeping a record of this conversation. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Does that mean I'm going to be charged alimony too? Exactly. I've decided to demand alimony from all the women whom he had an affair with. What? But Nathan said he would marry me. He said we'd live happily together. Even if that's true, my husband is still married. Any act of infidelity during marriage is subject to a claim for alimony. I'm going to charge you too. By the way, how much is alimony? Well, after consulting with my lawyer, we think $20,000 is the best amount. I think you will probably be contacted by a lawyer. Wait a minute. There's no way I can pay $20,000. I'm just a beautiful employee with almost no savings. That's why I told you yesterday. I told you that you should stop being unfaithful. I advised you because of this incident. Oh no, absolutely impossible. I can't pay such a large sum of money. You cannot get away with it. It's a fact that you committed adultery, so honestly admit it and pay the fee. You know, you are talking about this like it's someone else's problem. There's no way I can pay that much. But didn't you do it without listening to my advice? I think you should take responsibility of what you have done by yourself. No, please don't ask for alimony. I wasn't having an affair. I really loved Nathan. That excuse won't work now that we have a proof. You committed adultery during my husband's marriage. That is a fact. Then I'll pay alimony little by little after marrying him. I think that will be difficult. Why? My husband had relations with several women and promised to marry all of them. And then, one woman's accusation made the company find out about it. That woman's accusation led to the discovery that he had relationships with several women. I'm sure your name will come up soon. No! So, his boss thought that he could cause a disturbance in the company. As a result, my husband will soon be transferred to a sales office on a remote island. To a remote island? And he's also going to take a huge pay cut. If you still want to marry my husband, I won't stop you. You're lying. He didn't say anything about that. You're just making it up. If that's what you want to think, that's fine. Anyway, I'll only ask you to pay me the fee. I've kept all of our past conversations. I don't think you can get away with it. Wait a minute. There's no way I can pay that much money. I just got this job. What would I do if they make me quit because of you? Is it my fault? That's not true. You're the one who had an affair with my husband. Even though I told you it was wrong to have an affair. You were the one who said, I love Nathan, and kept going on, weren't you? Please take responsibility for your actions. Oh no! Then all my dreams will disappear. You tried to take something that belongs to someone, and that's why you got yourself into this mess. You need to reflect on your actions and use them for the rest of your life. I'm not going to stop asking for alimony. I'm sure my husband and I will divorce soon, so you can do whatever you want afterwards. Wait a minute! I'm still young. I have a future in this company. If everything goes out the window just because I had an affair, I'm screwed. Please, let us go. What? After all this? You were such a prickly woman after all. I will never let you off the hook. I'll even make sure to charge you alimony. If you keep on complaining, I'll consider increasing the amount. That's not good. So, if I honestly admit and apologize, you'll reduce the amount? That's not going to happen. You really are naive and insane. Think of it as an expensive lesson and pay the fee. I'm sure you'll hear from my lawyer after this, so please talk to him. Please, help me. I'm young and I have a future. That's not going to happen. Then at least give me a reduction? I'm telling you that won't happen either. I can't talk to you anymore, so I'm going to end this conversation. And I'm going to block you, so please don't contact me again. Oh no! What am I supposed to do? After that, thanks to an excellent lawyer, I was able to get a divorce without any problems. I think it's about time my ex-husband was shipped off to a remote island. The company can't stand it when he has his hands on any woman he wants, can they? Now he lives alone and goes to work in a miserable state. He's paying my alimony in installments. Each of the other adulterers has also paid alimony, of course. When the company found out about the affair and that she was demanded alimony, she couldn't stand the cold stares from those around her anymore. She left AA company where she was finally hired. I heard that she has started a night job to pay her alimony. What she does is none of my business. I have decided to go back to my single life and start my own business with the alimony I received. From now on, I will do my best to make my work my purpose in life.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!